Hi, I'm Max Ruffman, junior at Thousand Oaks High School, here with Musty Kidz News. And we're here talking about the Porter Ranch gas leak, and we're going to find out what some people have to say about that. It's been prolonged for way too long, and let's just see what people have to say about it. Okay. How have you been personally affected by this incident?
Anxiety, headaches, dizziness, change in workout habits. Can't jog anymore, can't run anymore, can't ride my bike, can't hike, at least in that area.
Who do you think is to blame for the late reaction in stopping this incident?
Sempra, the gas company.
What are your concerns about yourself and the overall community of Porter Ranch now that this incident has been prolonged?
Personal health, obviously. Acute personal health and long-term personal health. And just the general area itself.
Right now, if you ask SoCal Gas, they'll tell you that the best hope for remediation of the leak is this relief well project that they have, right? So they tried to shove stuff down the leak. You guys are sure all experts at this point. We tried 7 times to shove solutions down the top of the well, and they've blown back up into the sky. And so the best hope is essentially, according to SoCal Gas, in terms of doing this as fast as possible, is this relief well strategy. The relief well would dig down about 8,000 feet into the ground, and then address cap the well below the current leak. This is exactly the strategy that was used with Deepwater Horizon. They would say that if this is successful, if this first well that we're digging is successful, the earliest this is going to cease the leak is going to be in late February.
I've been doing this for 20 plus years, and I have learned and I have seen, if you don't have information, and information that's truthful, you cannot protect what's most valuable and important to you. That is your health and the welfare of your families and your safety. They feel like they're in a fall, nosebleeds, massive headaches, children going home sick. Reports now of animals losing their hair, animals vomiting, animals with diarrhea. People actually relocating to hotels to come home to find that their animals have passed. So the more we hear from you, and the more you talk to your neighbor, and I know it can be uncomfortable sharing these experiences, but I will tell you, it is the most important information we can have. You are actually the guinea pig in this situation, and it has been an ongoing assault. So if you're going to sit there and tell us that you're not having these symptoms, we're here to tell you we are, and how important. This is like peeling back an onion, and we're going to learn a lot of information, and it doesn't get better, it keeps getting worse. This is like peeling back an onion. This is like peeling back an onion.
Ogres are like onions.
This is like peeling back an onion.
Layers! Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers? You get it. We both have layers.
Many of the Porter Ranch residents have been facing many common health complaints such as nosebleeds, nausea, skin rashes, fatigue, headaches, dizziness, skin rashes, and more. Let's see. We could just keep on filming.
Who's this for?
Start environmental science class.
Cool. Where are you going to school?
Thousand Oaks High School.
Oh, awesome. Well, I know where you're at. I live in Agoura Hills, Thousand Oaks High School. You can ask him some questions too. Yeah. Throw him in that report.
I got the fun. Thank you. How have you personally been affected by the gas leak?
Well, I don't live in the area per se. I'm a close enough neighbor. I've been affected just, with my passion and compassion and time coming out here and dealing with the community. Now, I'm allergic to sulfur, and I've been up in the area every time I get sick. I've been put on steroids. I've had like a chemical bronchial exposure. So the biggest risk that I take in this situation and in other cases is coming into the community and being a field agent, if you will, and having exposures myself.
And then who's to blame for the late reaction in stop at the leak, like for not maybe acting as soon as they could have?
Well, Southern Cal Gas, period. They knew many years ago that this problem was brewing, and they chose to do nothing about it. I think the state agencies, whether Southern Cal Gas was forthwith or state agencies took them at their word, it could have gone either way. I've seen it go either way. Why Governor Davis delayed, not certain, but he has come and finally done a state of emergency. I think he's clearly seeing himself. This is a much bigger situation than any of us anticipated, but absolutely, hands down, Semper Energy and Southern Cal Gas.
Do you think they knew it was such a big problem, like when it first happened?
Yes, I do. I think
And
they
they
got
just
caught
delayed it?
and they delayed. Yes, I do.
And then with Senator Brown declaring a state of emergency, do you think that's what's going to push for the gas leak relief? Because they haven't really done much. So
I don't know why the gas company wouldn't have the funds to do that. They're worth $28 billion. But I do think that it will help now being able to coordinate more during this disaster, whether it be bringing in the health department, doing follow-up on health care of people or questionnaires, or bringing in other organizations and groups that can help Southern Cal Gas work faster to get this particular leak stopped. And what I do like about it is I think we are now going to know more about all those other wells, what condition they're in, so this doesn't happen again.
Other health complaints that the Porter Ranch residents have been facing are skin rashes, respiratory distress, gastrointestinal something, eye irritation, and skin rashes. And there you have it. So, you're all probably wondering, how often does the wind transport the gas leak components towards Porter Ranch and adjacent communities? Well, from October 23rd to December 25th, they've been recording that 90% of the time the wind transports gas leaks midnight through 6 a.m., 69%, 6 a.m. through noon, 57% of the time noon through 6 p.m., 6 p.m. through midnight, 86% of the time, and 75% of the time is midnight through midnight. And these may seem surprising, but as the lady said who announced these statistics, she double-checked them and was very surprised herself. There you have it, live from Musty Kidz News? Musty Kidz News. I'm Leo Tejada. What do I say? Peace out. Is that it? Oh, skin rashes. Skin rashes, and don't forget to put lotion. You don't want to get skin rashes, am I right, Simon? Right.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy.